live. Yay. Oh, let's see if I can do something about this lighting. I look good enough, I guess. Well, hello, everyone. How are you? Try to pull up something that I wanted to work on so I can show you what my idea is. I have an idea for a new project, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to look it up real quick. It's not going to take me that long. I have a couple of projects that I did not get to show you guys. Hey, Mama Swift! I have a couple of projects that I didn't get to show you guys. Oh, here it is. Okay. But, I have that. I have 3 projects. One I worked on this week. The other 2 I worked on last week, but I forgot to show you. I still haven't got a chance to quite show you guys, and I want to show you guys what I'm working on. So, what I plan on working on is this. I'm going to use this stitch. Let's see if you guys can see it. See that stitch? Isn't that pretty? It says Christmas. But what I'm going to use is I'm going to use it for, kind of reminds me of the alligator. I'm going to use that stitch with my fall colors. I have a cake of fall colors. I'm going to make a pocket shawl with that stitch. I think it'll be really, really pretty when I do it. That's my upcoming project that I plan on doing this week. Well, hello. There's Melly and Sin and Ladybug. I really like that name, Ladybug. But I believe that's somebody I actually know. Taffy. But I like the name Ladybug because I think they're so cute. Okay, so yes, Taffy. This is the hat I made 2 weeks ago. That was the back. This is the front. I'm going to put it on for you. I'll put the cat ears away for a second. Okay, this is what it looks like on. It is very... trying to get this top to flat, but that's what it looks like on. And I made it for celebration of someone's birthday. And I love the sparkle. Like, I'm not a sparkle person, but when it comes to this hat, it's just perfect. It is just so makes me think of stars. So I used that yarn that I was talking about, the Big Twist Twinkle. It was black and it has silver sparkles in it. So I used that. And then I have this other hat. This is my witch hat, which I'm going to be cinching it to where it curls like this. But right now it's not happy. So this is what it's going to look like on. And it does have like a wave to it. But that is my witch hat, which I love it for my birthday. I just love this. It's just so... it's the Twisted Witch hat. I love this thing. I plan on doing one for Christmas too because I just love this pattern so much. I am going to do a Christmas one. I'm going to do probably all different colors because, wow. Thank you, Mama Swift. Thank you, Sin. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Taffy. But I got that. Oh, my hair. It flat, hat hair. Oh, it is a real thing. Okay. So there's that. This is what I have been working on. It is just the bottom stripe of a football so far, but it will be a football blanket for my father-in-law. Yes, the football. It is just the bottom part of it. I am trying to keep myself well, hello. Sorry. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Don't sneeze. Don't sneeze. Okay. Sorry. Hello, Crystal. My hair tickled my nose. So this is what I'm working on. And I'm trying to do things like play this new gospel. It's called Gospel Voice. It's for the Latter-day Saints. It's through the Latter-day Saints radio station, and it has actually helped me with motivation, which I absolutely love. It had the weirdest thing, you guys. It had a discussion about the great-great-grandson of H.H. Holmes and how he suspects that H.H. Holmes is actually the that was weird. Jack the Ripper. So it was a very interesting talk, and things like that are fascinating to me. When you find out things about your family history, it is just it's so cool. Brina is driving me crazy. She did tear off that other curtain off the wall, this one. And so I had to get tension rods, put them behind the blinds. Here, I'll lift it up just a little. See how my blinds are in front of the tension rod? Since you're looking up, you can see the tension rod, but it's actually behind. Hey, Teresa, welcome. That is how I decided to do my curtains. And it's like that both in here and in the living room. So, I have not had any problems with her jumping on the rods. She did quite a few times look up at the blinds and act like she was going to jump up there. She has grabbed the blinds once. Hello, Dusty Cat. She has grabbed the blinds and hung from them. But that was just one time, and that was it. And we've had them up for a few days now, so we've done really, really good. So I'm excited. Oh, and I have one more thing to show you guys, which I think I'm gonna wait a little bit because it's something I'm really excited about. I think I'm going to make a bigger one, with a different pattern. But it's one that I wanted to see how quickly it really works up, and it works up really quickly. And I might just hang it on something. There, can't remember. It wasn't a sneeze this time. It was a yawn. Sorry, I cannot remember. If I showed it to you last week, I just cannot. I forget. My brain just doesn't work. Hey, Sharon. That I'm like, beyond last week. Last week was last week. Okay, so now move on this week. If I don't think that way, I will obsess over the past, which isn't cool. So note to self, y'all, try not to think so much about the past. Think about the lessons learned and remember those, but don't dwell on the bad stuff. On Saturday, a friend of mine was went to her other friend's funeral, which I met her once. The woman who passed away, she was a very sweet lady, and she will be very missed. And I can't wait to see her again. But it was her funeral on Saturday, so it was a sad week for me last week. And I tried not to think about it, and I tried to keep myself busy. I think I've just been under a lot of stress lately. Thanks, Sin. But yeah, so a friend of both of ours, passed away, and she was a very sweet lady. One thing that I thought was very humane, that she did, was she asked for her 2 dogs that were 13 years old. One of them could hardly walk very well. She asked them to be cremated and buried with her. I thought that was a very, very humane thing to do with those 2 dogs, because they were elderly. One of them was disabled. So they had a lot of medical care, and to have them be stressed out, moving them to another place with new owners and everything at that age is just so, it can be done. I'm not saying it can't, but I'm just saying that it's hard on both the dog and on the people that get the dog, because they have vet bills that are already going to be coming in like crazy. So I thought it was very humane that she had them both put down, and that she had them buried with her. So I thought that was very sweet. So I cannot wait to start this. This is, well, will you stop flipping? I cannot wait to start. I'm doing a pocket shawl with that. I'm so excited about that. I love pocket shawls, and I have not made one yet, but I want one so bad. So that's the plan. I plan on making one of those. I might make it wider than a lot of pocket shawls that I've seen. Pocket shawls that I've seen look like scarves. They don't look like shawls to me. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to have it long to where the pockets will be in the front. Maybe I'll do just smaller pockets and wider shawl. I haven't quite decided yet, but that's what I plan on doing. I'm going to make it my own. There is, as far as I know, of no pocket shawl that is made with this stitch, but I am going to use that stitch to make a shawl, and then I'm going to make pockets with that stitch. So I'm doing it myself, making my own. So I love to do that. I love to say, I love that stitch. I think it'd make a really great this. And I think this would look really nice. If I didn't have a creator's mind, I wouldn't think that way. But I do. I have the mind of a fiber artist. I have the mind of a creator. I look like a floating head. Okay, let me put this back. There. I think I look a little bit less like a floating head now. Yes, thank you. I do me. That's exactly right. Whatever works for me. I'm not going to be like making a pattern or anything, because well, that stitch isn't mine, but I'm taking that pattern and I'm going to make something with it. So with that stitch, I'm not going to be making just a well, this one says a Christmas quick great Christmas scarf. Well, no. It's going to basically be a really wide scarf because it's turning into a shawl, and it's going to have pockets put on it. So I will be starting that probably today because I'm really excited. The yarn has spoken. This yarn I have. So this is the other thing that I made last week that I cannot remember if I showed you guys. But all right, Crystal, hit the road. Have fun. Be safe. So this is a spider web shawl, and I really didn't care for how, see how this top part bends in, it curves in. I have had another shawl do this, and I really didn't like it. I don't know why it did that. I cannot figure out why it did that, but it's not flat. It's not flat on the top like a shawl. So it's kind of frustrating, but I deal with it. Because it's just for me anyway. I wanted a spider web to be a spider web shawl, which I actually, now that reminds me, now I have to go back again. I have to show you guys the spider web shawl that I plan on doing next. I have it pulled up. Let me. Stupid ads always do that. Okay, so. Okay. Can you see what that looks like? I hope you can. Try to. But see how it's a whole bunch of webs? Oh, thanks, Sharon. But that's what I plan on making. I think I'll like that better. And I also think that I'm going to be making tons of webs, which is so me, so up my alley. So I don't mind making tons of webs if that, But I really, really, really am excited about making that too. So there's 2 things that I'm making this week. Hopefully. I think the web one will be real quick, just like the web shawl did, because it's chains and double crochet is basically all it is. I just have to make a bunch of them and sew them together. But the other shawl might take me a little bit longer. Depends on what I start first. I'm really wanting to work on the fall pocket shawl first, but Halloween is like around the corner. So if I don't finish that shawl for Halloween, I can still have it finished for my Halloween inspired birthday. That is what my Halloween is. My birthday is inspired by, because it's only a week after Halloween, and I love Halloween. Oh, it's okay, Teresa. Things happen. Things happen. I have a bedzilla, I swear. Like my husband will take a bunch of stuff off of the bed where he sleeps because there's yarn. Like yesterday, my friend gave me some yarn and it covered his whole side of the bed. And I love my friends, but it covered the whole side of his whole side of the bed, and he had to work hard to try to get all the yarn off of his side of the bed so he can actually sleep in the bed. I told him, just sleep in the couch. Leave the yarn alone. Oh. Yes, it is his side of the bed. This is my side over here, right next to my craft shelves right here. That's his side of the bed by the TV. So I covered his side of the bed, and again, and then in the morning, I went and took stuff off the floor that I had on his side of the bed, picked it up and put it back on his side of the bed. So every day he has to take craft stuff off of his side of the bed just so he can go to bed. I am so bad at that. It happens that way. I set things next to me. Well, it happens to be his side of the bed. He loves me. He really does. He knows that that's the life of living. That's how it is living with a crafter. You don't see a problem with that. Yeah, I did. I told him, I said, go sleep on the couch. That way you don't have to lift yarn off the bed every night. Go sleep on the couch. He's like, I am not sleeping on the couch. The yarn is going to the couch. It was too funny. I was like, but then the cat will get it. Anyway. So he gets frustrated with me, but I am a fiber artist. Yes, for instance. Yes, exactly. Throwing it on his side of the bed this morning. My snacks. I did. I just tossed it over next to me on his side of the bed. Hey, Adele. Welcome. So he's so used to me living and during the day I will just, yeah. So my snacks are somewhere. Actually, they're there. I threw my pillow on top of them. These snacks. I was trying to get the chocolate chips to mix in with the rest of the snacks, and I was going like that, and I was like, ah, and I did that, and I just threw it over there. I will get a bowl and mix them properly because that is the only way to do it. But that's what I deal with. So that's what he deals with. It doesn't bother me that it's over there because I don't sleep over there at night. My side of the bed, nice and clear, except for whatever's in front of me, like my computer or a project. But other than that, he's the one that ends up having to move stuff off the bed. Crazy. But that's what it is like to live with someone who doesn't have a craft room where they have to do their crafts in their bedroom. He has the living room where he puts all his project stuff. I have the bedroom. Unfortunately, well, he needs to sleep somewhere. So it is what it is. Put that over there. Sorry, I just woke up from a nap and then washed my hair and got on. Thanks, Sin. So I wonder who else deals with cohabitating. I'm calling it cohabitating because it could be anybody. It could be your children. It could be, a spouse. It could be a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Who cohabitates with someone that really gets frustrated with your crafting stuff everywhere? Like everywhere. I'm talking like every room. There's always some kind of yarn somewhere. It is what it is, but he doesn't see it that way. Yeah, I wonder who else has someone they cohabitate with that really gets frustrated with you, and your projects everywhere. So something I did get today is I got a dressmaker's torso. I'm ordering my birthday presents early. Oh, your hubby has given up talking about it. Well, I think eventually my husband will. I have only been crocheting for 2 years. Um, but I think he's starting to see that this is not going to change. Um, Usually I get a hobby and it lasts for about a year and that's it. But crochet is staying. I have found my niche. I have found my craft. Um, I have spent so many years with him. We've been together for, it'll be 15 years in March. Um, we've spent so many years together, but my hobby has always changed. It has changed from one thing to another about every year for the last, 13 years, 12 years. Um, so I do not know who is calling me. I don't even know that number. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Um, so I think he's gonna start to accept the whole crafting thing. But it's always been some kind of craft. So before I go, because I've only been able to do a half an hour, and I think a half an hour is a good amount of time to sit and listen to someone. I get tired of the sound of my own voice after a while. Oh, hey, Granny D, I'm so glad you got to join me. I need to set an alarm for yours, because I keep going, it's not that hard to remember. Granny D is right after mine. Not hard to remember. Do I remember? Of course not. I get distracted. My brain squirrels. You know what I'm talking about, D. That's awesome. That is awesome, Adele. So I need to set an alarm. Actually, I'll do that right now. Y'all see, I'm setting an alarm so I do not forget again. I'm always forgetting. But I do end up dropping in eventually, but it is time to set an alarm because I am so done with that. And then I will show you my husband keeps calling it a mannequin, but it's actually a dressmaker's torso is what it's called. But I'm so excited about that because I want to be able to drape my shawls over them to just look at how they're going to sit on me. Um, let's see, clock. Okay. Okay. So got that. You're on there. 5 p.m. Okay. Um. So the last thing I'm going to show you guys is my mannequin. Oh, and I wanted to show you my project. I got this. This says on the inside. Isn't that cute? It's my project book for the year. I'm going to start in January. So then it's not like I'm just going to finish this yard because it actually has enough for 2 years. Sabrina has already tore pages out of it. Already. I have only had it for a couple of days. Ugh. I do love that child. I do. I love her. And it says 18, 19, and 20. So it is out of date. But I wanted this one because it has a cat on the front. The new one doesn't have a cat on it. What were they thinking? You need a cat on it every year. I know. Not everybody has cat thing. but I am a cat person. So I'm going to start that in January. So I'm going to be more organized. I'm trying so hard to be more organized. I'm going to show you my mannequin real quick. I see you. See, now he's started me saying mannequin. Okay. My dressmaker's torso. Spin you around. I hope you can see it okay. Let's see. There we go. Turn the light on a little bit. Okay. So, as you can see, it has writing on it. I looked at that and I said, it has writing on it. That is so perfect for my bibliophileness. You know, I'm just, my books, and writing and history. And it's got Paris 1889 on it and things like that in history. And, I love it. I like to watch videos and to read about history, especially my family history and other people's family history. So I love it. So I'm excited about that. I love that it has writing on it. There was a black one at Hobby Lobby that it was all black, but it had, felt? Not felt. Yeah, it was like felt. What's the other word that I'm trying to think of? It feels like felt, but it's not felt. It's velvet. Yes, thank you, Sin. Velvet. It was a black velvet, and I'm thinking, I just can't even imagine how easily Sabrina's fur would stick to it. and dust, and just I'm like, no, not velvet. But thank you. I'm glad yes, velvet. It was gonna drive me crazy. It always drives me crazy when I can't think of it. But yeah, it was all velvet, and it was 3 times as much as that one was. And I was like, dang, dude. I don't want to spend that much money for something that is velvet. I do not like velvet because it collects things. It collects everything. So that is all I have to show you this week. Sorry, I made the earthquake there for a second. That is all I have to show you this week. I hopefully will be finishing some things, hopefully. If not, I'll be finishing my 2 new projects because I'll be totally into working on those and totally just happily crocheting. I love you all, and say hi to Dee in less than half an hour, and I will see you all later. I love you, and God bless. Have a great week. Mwah.